Hi and welcome to Jagees Cookbook. I'm sure you're all doing well, and this time, well, I've got something very special for you. Now, I have shown you fairy cakes before, and I've shown it with two girls at both of my sides. I think last year or something. And anyway, I hope you know. I hope you know what fairy cakes are. But this time, it's for all those people who are intimidated by baking. Now, when people hear of baking, they become intimidated and they feel that it's something very big and cakes are only supposed to be eaten from the bakehouse or bakery, and that you cannot make it at home. Homemade cakes are delicious. They are absolutely tasty, very fresh, and you can taste the beauty in them. Now, what I am going to show is for all those people who don't know anything about baking, and it's going to be totally easy and very simple. The thing is that I'm going to show you how to make cupcakes. Now, I know big cakes may seem very shocking or alarming, but small cakes are much more easier for you and also very easy to eat. And these small cakes, cupcakes, fairy cakes, whatever you want to call them, are so easy. I'm just going to put everything into a food processor. Now, if you don't have a food processor, you can use a bowl and you can use an electric mix. Whatever, it's totally easy and totally snazzy and totally cool, because cupcakes are in fashion, believe it or not. So let's see how these beauties are made. For our ingredients, now we need, like I said before, we need a food processor, or if you don't have a food processor, all you need is a bowl and an electric mix. And electric mixer, all you have to do is put all the things in, mix it all up, put it in muffin tins or cake tins. That's it. It's so simple and very easy. Okay. Now, before I start off, I'm going to sift 175 grams of all-purpose flour. 175 grams of all-purpose flour. Okay. So here I've got 175 grams of all-purpose flour. With that, I'm going to add around 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. That's more than enough. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, it doesn't get simpler than this. It's so easy. Now what you do is you just sift it. Sifting the flour and the baking powder is so that it can get uniformly mixed and spread all out into the dough. Now that is done. Okay, easy. Keep that aside. In fact, actually, I'm going to put it in my processor. I'm going to put the sifted baking powder and all-purpose flour, 175 grams, into the food processor. There it goes. And into this, I need 150 grams of unsalted butter. 150 grams of unsalted butter. I don't believe in putting salted butter in the cake batter, but there are some people who love putting salted butter or they prefer salted butter in the cake batter, but I don't, and I'm taught not to, so that's what I'm telling you. So soft, make sure it's very soft, and it shouldn't be too melted and it shouldn't be too hard, it should be soft. Okay, so this is very soft, unsalted. This is 100 grams. Now we need 150 grams. Okay, there that goes. 150 grams of unsalted butter. Into this goes 150 grams of caster sugar, 150 grams of caster sugar. Okay, there it goes. See, so how simple it is. We have our all-purpose flour, 175 grams of all-purpose flour, which is sifted with 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Then we have 150 grams of unsalted butter, 150 grams of caster sugar. Okay? Then we need 3 eggs. 1, 2, and 3. Remember the cake festival at Taj, which I did last Christmas, where we beat the butter, the softened butter and the sugar, and then fluff up the egg whites and then put the egg yolks. Lots of different methods. Yes, okay, that's the way you make cakes. But if you want to make very simple cakes and you don't have time on you, cupcakes are a very good choice, and these are extremely simple. See, you saw them all, it just goes into one bowl, okay? Now we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, okay? Great. So all we do is now put everything together and just give it a mix. So it's all blended together well into a cake batter, okay? That's it. It's finished. The cake batter is finished. It's so easy. Put everything into a bowl, okay, for cupcakes, and just give it a whisk. And there, you're ready. Now, let me just test the consistency. It's good, no problem. Now, here what I'm going to make is, I'm going to make a batch of lemon cupcakes, a batch of orange cupcakes, okay? So 2 cupcakes, and I'm going to ice it with orange icing and lemon icing. Now, we know that we don't get lemon out here, we get just lime, okay? This is lime, it's not lemon. Lemons are the bigger versions of limes, and we don't get it out here, we get it outside India. I don't know whether we get it in North India, but we get the lemons, and lemons are much more mellower in taste. Limes are more acidic. So if we make a lemon cake, if they say the zest of 1 lemon, you should take, okay, 1 lime would be more than enough, because this is more sharper and acidic, okay? Now, let's just take this, okay? We're just going to divide it into 2 so that I'm going to add a little bit of orange zest and a little bit of lime zest, okay? Now, even if it's a bit thick, it's okay, because we're going to add a little bit of lime juice and orange juice, so it's okay. Let me just get this out. For your sake, okay, I have divided the cake batter. Now, it's only little, but that's enough to show you. I don't have 2 uniform small bowls. That's why I'm using 2 big bowls, okay? Now, I'm going to use 1 batter. Why I divided it is, 1 batter is going to be lime zest, 1 batter is going to be orange zest. And for that, I've also got an orange muffin tin and a yellow muffin tin, so that you can know the difference. Now, I've got a zester, okay, and orange. This orange will do. So this I'm going to make it orange, and this one lemon. You need a zester. So let's see. Remember, see, there's the white pith. This one, hold on 1 second. This one, okay? This should not get into the cake batter. If this gets into the cake batter, the cake will taste bitter. Just the zest. Zest is just the orange part of the orange, okay? There it goes. Now, see, the ones we actually, these are the ones you cut and eat, not the ones we peel and eat. The ones we actually peel and eat you wouldn't get the proper zest. These ones are the best ones, okay? Okay, enough. That's that. And we can just give it a small turn around, or just mix it. This, put that aside, and then what we do is we need now a lime. Okay, now we need the zest of a lime. Okay, be careful again not to put the white pith in. You know, there's nothing more refreshing than the smell of lime and orange. It really, really, even if you're in a dull, depressed mood, it'll really lift your spirits. If you find your batter a bit stiff, you can actually stir in some lime juice in the lime one, and orange juice in the orange one. Okay. Let me just pour this with a spoon. I think that's more safer. A little bit, because these are going to rise. A tablespoon in each muffin. Now it depends upon your muffin tins too. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, so the whole batter for what I said, the recipe I said, will make 12 cupcakes. Okay, so we are having 6 of lime and 6 of orange. Now the orange ones. Okay, now if you don't have because this is silicone, I'm not greasing it. If you're just using the normal non-stick ones or the aluminum ones, you have to grease it. Okay, remember that. Otherwise it will stick. It's just like any other cakes, but this is the easier version. It couldn't get more simpler than this, really. My tapes are all transferred into their own muffin tins, the orange for orange, the lime for lime, and now I'm going to bake them. This will need around 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, now it all depends upon your oven. 180 degrees, you have to preheat it, and then for 18 to 20 minutes, keep it until they're golden brown and beautiful to eat. Now I'm ready for my icing, my lemon and lime and orange icing. Now here, okay, because it's been a long time now, and to make things easier, I'm going to actually made the icing. Okay, this is the lime icing out here, and this is the orange icing. Okay, now the consistency should be like so. Okay, that's how the consistency should be. It's just icing sugar. For the orange one, icing sugar and orange juice. For the lime icing, lime juice and icing sugar. Now, very simple. All we do is, now for the orange one, now remember the heart-shaped ones were the orange ones, and the other ones were the lemon ones. So this is the orange. Now put it in a wire thing so that it can drip off, and just pour it on. Gorgeous. Let it just find its way. It doesn't matter if it drips. It's okay. Okay? No problem. Just let it drip on. Once it's dripped on, then we can transfer it on a plate, and then after some time this will set. Don't worry about it. Now for the orange one, I'm just going to put orange strands, okay, just on top, so it gives a lovely effect. Wow, lovely. For the lemon cake, lemon strands. So as you can see now, they're iced and decorated. Okay, very simple, very nice. Now the reason why I used it on a wire thing is because I wanted the icing to drip down. Now I'm going to transfer it. There, my cupcakes are done. Very, very, very easy, very simple. I know you're going to try it. Enjoy.